Hi, I wanted to share something with you. Hearing and deaf cultures are very different. Hearing people tend to rely on their ears for information, and they don't share much information. They typically have very vague answers. Deaf people use their eyes. They share very specific answers and have very long answers to questions. If a deaf person asked a hearing person a question, they would be really awkward and not comfortable. They would give their vague answer, and the deaf person would continuously ask them for more information, and they would again feel uncomfortable. Recently, I've been reading this book. You may have heard stories before, but these apply. If you want more information about the different culture, you should go buy this book. I'm not going to upload the whole thing onto YouTube, but you should get it. 3 examples in my life. The first example I have is I went with 3 of my friends to a movie and I had to use the bathroom. So I left, but when I got back, I didn't know where my friends were sitting. But they were easy to identify because my 3 friends were deaf and they were all signing to each other during the movie. So I could find them right away because all the hearing people were sitting there quiet. My second example is texting. A hearing person that has never driven with a deaf person before is kind of scared in the car. Because the deaf person while driving is texting, and then the hearing person is telling them to be cautious and watch the road, and they're very scared and not comfortable in the situation. Also, sometimes deaf people sign to people who are sitting behind them in the car, and this makes the hearing person freak out even more. My third example is when I go to my friend's house and I knock on the door. Sometimes they don't answer, and I try and see if they're in the window and I can get their attention, but they're not there. But with today's technology, if no one's there, I can send them a text saying that I'm here. One time I left my keys in the house, and my wife was still in the house, so I decided to text her and say, "I'm sorry, I left my keys. Can you please give them to me? Or can you please let me in?" And I sent her the text and she came right to the door and let me in. Sometimes hearing people will just yell or talk to get people's attention, but it doesn't work as good. In the movies, it was easy to find my friends because they were all chatting with each other and sign. I just find it interesting and something that I wanted to share with you.